One for the men, one for the women. We showed you the 1,500 meters for the women, won by Katie Ledecky last night. The men's 800 has been a part of the World Championships over the years, not a part of the Olympic program. That changes this year, and Bobby Finke would like to represent Team USA, 21-year-old from Clearwater, Florida. Here are the 8 men vying to become the first U.S. Olympian in this 800 meters. Trey Freeman, a rising senior at the University of Florida, 21 years old. James Plague, 18-year-old rising sophomore. Ross Dent, also North Carolina State. You'll see a lot of Raleigh and NC State routes as we go through the night. Will Gallant is in lane 4 from North Carolina State as well. Can he close will be a question. Right next to Finke, some favoring the 21-year-old from Clearwater, Florida, to come in first. Michael Brinegar is in lane 6. He trains with Will Gallant, who we showed you in lane 4. Andrew Abruzzo is in lane 7. Trains at the University of Georgia, this 21-year-old. And Jordan Wilimowski is going to Tokyo. He qualified in the 10K, the marathon swim that happens in open water after the event in the pool in Tokyo. Now can he earn a second different spot on Team USA? 800 meters for a spot in the Olympics.
Take your mark.
Winner is guaranteed that spot on Team USA. In all likelihood, the man who finishes second will go as well.
Bobby Finke in lane number 5, Mike, you mentioned him. He's been on the scene for quite a few years. I remember watching this young man back at the World Championships in 2017. He was 17 years old there. Very young, inexperienced. He got sick there. Only swam one event, the 1,500. He finished 21st in that 1,500. But boy, the last 4 years, he has made an incredible improvement. A lot of people in the swimming world will certainly know his amazing career at the University of Florida. And you have to know swimming, obviously, to understand this stat, but 14:12 in the 1650. That's 66 lengths in a 25-yard pool. It was. Wow. And he not only did that once back in 2020 at the SECs before COVID hit, he did it again this year, just missing his mark. He went 14:12.08, and he went 14:12.18 this year. It's just, that's about 5 seconds faster than anybody's ever been. So he will get better in the 1,500.
We saw Finke in the 400 individual medley, finishing 4th in that event. Ross Dent right next to him in lane 3, who was 3rd earlier this week in the 400 free, has the lead after 150 of the 800 meters.
Had to go his best time in the prelims to put himself in this position as the 3rd qualifier. 7:54.98. He was out in 3:55, came back in 3:59 and change, so this guy likes to get out in front. There really isn't that many back half swimmers, except for perhaps Michael Brinegar, who's an interesting story. Right there in lane number 6, Mike, you see him 3 from the bottom. I swam with his mom many, many years ago.
Olympian.
That's
Jennifer
right.
Hooker.
Jennifer Hooker in 1976 in Montreal. But she was also on several national teams in the late 70s, early 80s, and still a very great, good friend, and Indiana University. And it's just nice to see him out there. He's got a shot. On paper, Mike, it really boils down to 2 guys, Bobby Finke and Jordan Wilimowski. When you look at PBs, best times, it really is, it should come from Jordan Wilimowski, who has the best time right there in front of you at 7:45. Finke's been 7:47. The next fastest is Gallant in lane number 4, who went 7:53. That's 6 seconds slower than those guys' best times, but PBs don't count here in Omaha.
There's a little pressure. It's a little bit different in this setting. You will not miss any of the action. The swimming goes on. From Omaha, we'll come back with the finish of the race in a moment.
Tonight, I'll be eating cheesy cauliflower pizza with extra broccolini.
My turn. Tonight, I'll be eating cheesy cauliflower pizza and yummy broccolini.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Is that my leotard?
No.
You can keep it.
Mrs. Long?
Yes?
We found a baby girl for your adoption. She's in Siberia, and she was born with a rare condition. Her legs will need to be amputated. Her life, it won't be easy. Mrs. Long?
It might not be easy, but it'll be amazing. I can't wait to meet her.
Toyota. Start your impossible.
Lowe's is home to value. That's why we're introducing the Lowe's Price Promise with competitive prices every day. If you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it. Home to any budget, home to any possibility.
Simon!
Tap to pay with Visa. It's that fast. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
You can do better! Let's go get a freshly made footlong from Subway! Like a classic Italian BMT on freshly baked bread.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Choose better, be better. And now buy one sub, get 150% off in the app.
Subway! Eat fresh!
Back in Omaha, this turned 250 meters of the 800 meters in this final for the men. And when we hit the halfway point, Bobby Finke had the lead. He remains in the lead in lane 5. To his right, the yellow cap, Michael Briniger, remains in second.
A lot closer than I thought, and these guys are on track to put a pretty good time out there. The fastest time in the world this year is Patrininari from Italy. That's the Olympic gold medals. He's been 7:41, world record 7:32. Nobody is touching that. And the American record 7:43. Jack McLaughlin, who had a great Olympic trials in Australia. Australia in general had a great trials, and then Romanchuk from Ukraine is third. They're both 7:42s. Don't think that's going to happen here.
Ross Dant continues his good swim. He had a terrific prior 50, overtook second place from Briniger, and we mentioned earlier he was third in that 400 free earlier in trials.
Yeah, he looked good going out. Dant was backed off a little bit going into the 400, but he's right up there with Finke. And this would be a bit of a surprise, I think, if Dant can hold on for second. You know, you think about Briniger, what he can bring the back half, Mike. I said he was a back half swimmer, so he's definitely not out of it as well. He's on the far right.
Dant in 3, trailing a bit behind Finke in 5, who touches first with 100 meters remaining, and Briniger, third place in the yellow cap in 6th, 1.6 seconds behind.
Well, they should be under 750, which will certainly slip them into the top 10 in the world. Briniger's going to have to really bring it on here. The last 50, I don't think he can do it. And this would be a big, big surprise. I don't think a lot of people picked this guy, Ross Dant, to make the Olympic team coming into these trials. Nobody. And I didn't see any predictions. This would be a great swim for this young man. Finke's going to win it.
Again, the winner is definitely in. Second place has a great chance, usually makes the Olympic team. A little bit of a push here by Briniger. As you mentioned, a good closer. Trying to reel in Dant in lane 3. It is Finke still pacing them in the final 15 meters. Finke is going to Tokyo. He's going to win. Now it's a race for second.
Gonna get him, though.
Briniger in 6 in the yellow cap, overtaking Dant, and he closes strong to finish second. But Bobby Finke wins the men's 800 and will represent Team USA in Tokyo. That time, Rowdy, 7:48.22. That makes him the 7th fastest swimmer in the world in 2021 in this event.
In control the entire way. There was never any doubt. Kept it close at the halfway point. There were guys hanging in there. catching that nice little draft that he's supplying everybody. But then he started having separation about the 600. As you see him going to the halfway point, he was 3:53.1. Think of a 400 as a mile in track and field, right? He comes back at 3:55.1. Nice close for him. But how about this young kid, Michael Brenniger, at 21, joining his mom on the Olympic team. 1976, 45 years later. Mom, your kid just might be heading to Tokyo. Wow, what a finish for this guy.
What an incredible story. Bobby Finke, 21 years old, Clearwater, Florida. First, Michael Brenniger, second, 21 years old as well. First-time Olympians. Finke, Brenniger almost certain to make the team. Ross Dent, who came within 13/100ths of making the U.S. Olympic team in the 400 free, denied by just under a second again and finishes third twice in trials. And just a snap of the fingers, the difference between Dant being an Olympian in 2 different disciplines, if the second place guys get in, and not. Again, the construct of the U.S. team slightly different because of it. This added event, the 800 meters, they didn't add spots to the team. So you have to make sure swimmers can double in multiple events so you can get other second-place finishers in. But we know this guy's going. Bobby Finke with Michelle.
Well, the 800 for the men is making its debut in Tokyo, and so are you. Congratulations. What does it mean to you to hear that you're an Olympian?
I don't even know. I can't come to terms with it yet. I'm just so thankful for my friends, my family. Back at home, my dad's here, my mom's coming tomorrow, my girlfriend's coming tomorrow, so I'm just excited to see them.
This will be, as I said, the debut of this distance. What is it about this distance that suits you, Bobby?
It's just a sprint, and I don't like sprints, but it is what it is, and it's part of the program now, so.
Well, there's a drum waiting for your signature. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This taiko drum, an authentic Japanese drum. The names of the members of the USA swim team heading to Tokyo are on there. Add a new one. Bobby Finke.